Well, and one of the things I've been pitching for a long time is, when you have your own clients, you're in control. You can decide what work you're going to do, what work you're going to hand off to associates, what work you're going to take on or not take on. When you don't have your own clients, then it's you've got five bosses and they're all telling you what work to work on, and so you're in a different position to have the balance or create the balance that you're looking for. And it's just one of a number of ways, but obviously that's one of a really good way to do it, especially if you're looking to scale within a firm or on your own. So I think that's one thing. And then is there another, I mean, you mentioned three kids, you mentioned, your own practice, you've got now a full stable of clients and all that. So how do you keep the balance?
So it's interesting because, and I really like to, there's somebody that said this best. It's Jamie McKeon, who is chair of Morgan Lewis. She's actually the first female chair of the firm, which was a really big deal. And she talks about work-life balance all the time. And she says she doesn't like the term work-life balance because it's as if you have two different lives, a work life and a personal life. And that's just not the way it is. You have a life in which sometimes work takes over. For example, you're preparing for a trial, or sometimes your personal life takes over, like you have a child or you have a personal emergency. And it's about recognizing the fact that you have a life that involves, both aspects and finding a way to harmonize. I think at the end of the day, the harmonizing part can only happen when you have a work environment that supports who you are as a person, a work environment that recognizes and appreciates the fact that you have a great work ethic and you're willing to work hard, but you're also a working mom of three kids, that you have a passion for running marathons, that when you like to take time off, you want to be able to disconnect and travel to a far off place, or whatever that might be. But if you don't have that kind of work environment, it will be very, very difficult to harmonize. And so I believe that really is key. It's not, I spent 3 hours a day on this and I spent 3 hours a day of that. We can't carve up our day like that. I think then you will find it's too challenging. It's really about understanding that you have a life that involves all of these complicated aspects, and you have to be able to harmonize all of that in a very supportive environment. So finding the right environment is key.